Hey friends, welcome back to Beloved Life Today, where we talk about real life and real faith. If you're in the middle of a long job search or you're tired and discouraged and wondering if God is even listening, this video is for you. Hey beloved, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sherry and I am a Bible teacher, art director, and let's just say I've probably done it all in different careers in my life. But the one thing that I know in whatever role that I play is that I want whatever role it is to be God led. And one thing I love so much and why I do this YouTube channel is because I love to help take people into developing a more passionate faith. I mean, we have real needs and real moments that we can look to the Bible to help us in our lives and help us in the waiting, in the seasons where we may not feel like God is with us and we may not feel like His presence is even there. But I can assure you that even in the moments where you feel like His presence has completely gone from your life, He is there. The verse that I continually go back to in every season that I'm in, but most certainly in the seasons where I am in what I could like to call a hallway moment. Maybe a door has closed or even slammed behind me and a new door hasn't opened. And I have to find hope in that season because sometimes that hallway moment can be really long and really dark and not fun at all. But I like to look to Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 to give me hope in this season, in what I'm to do in this season, and how I'm to lead myself and to lead the job search and to trust God in the midst of it all, knowing that He is with me. His presence goes before me and it is in this season with me as well. So Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." But we have to acknowledge that there is exhaustion in this continued hamster wheel of overwhelming tasks and things to do and the unknown of the future. We don't know when the new job's going to come. We don't know what's going to happen, but we do know that we're in this season. So how can we make the best of it? And also, how can we rest in the midst of it? So how can we take time to rest, to cultivate new habits, to continue to grow in our faith and with our friends and family, and to continue to maybe even do a side project, maybe write a book or create something new, create a small side hustle business, whatever that is that you can do in this time where you have extra space. But I wanted to acknowledge that I understand job searching is hard. I've been there in many times, and it can often feel like a full-time job that pays nothing yet is still just as draining. But can I tell you something honest and hopefully something that is hopeful and encouraging in this season? I want you to remember that God sees you. God sees you and He loves you. Even in this moment where you may not feel His presence with you, He loves you and He sees you and He's with you. Every late night application, every no that you didn't expect, every crying fit that you had when you got a rejection, every moment of questioning your worth, He is there. We may not understand what He's doing right now, but someday we will. But if there's one thing that I've learned from reading the Bible and experiencing God in seasons of wilderness and seasons where I call it the hallway moment, it's that God's presence goes with us wherever we go. Even into the hallway moment, He sits right there with us. Even in the tears, He wipes them up from us as we are sitting in those moments. Psalm 139, 7 through 12 says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be too dark for you. The light will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you." Friends, there is literally nowhere we can go on this earth and flee from God's presence. Even in our darkest moments, our hallway moments, waiting room moments, whatever you call it, the wilderness moment, He is there. We don't know when it's going to end, but we do know that God is going to be with us in this season. And seasons are just that. They're seasons. They're just for a temporary time. They're not forever. And there is going to come a time where it's going to change. But oftentimes we want to either look to the past and wish we were back in the past, wish we were back at that job, even if it was a toxic place. We want to be back there because this season, this place right now where we're in is uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, and we just wish to be back where we were. But oftentimes that door is so closed that we cannot go back there. So we have to be in this place, work through all the struggle and all the difficult things in our life. And it's hard when a door closes for us. We try to think of it as a rejection, but it's often a redirection into something new. And often that can be an excruciating, difficult thing to do. So let's talk about a few practical tips of what we can do in this waiting season to develop hope, faith, and resilience during a long job search. Number 1, start each day with a centering prayer. If you don't know what a centering prayer is, it's basically a prayer that helps to center your mind, your body, and soul on that moment, on the current day, on Jesus, and on your faith. Before you go into to-do lists, tasks, job sites, resumes, content development, networking, or even just learning new skills, start with stillness. Begin your day by centering your heart on God. You can start with a simple prayer like, Lord, thank you for another day. Lead me to the right opportunities and give me wisdom and peace as I search. Help me trust that even when I can't see the way forward, help me put the closed doors behind me and look to what you are doing in this current moment and bring me to a sense of peace in my heart, knowing that you are with me even now, even when it's hard. These bite-sized daily pauses in life can be as short as 2 minutes up to even 30, 40, even 50 to 60 minutes. But they can help realign your mindset from striving to a surrendering mindset. It can allow God to direct our lives and allow us to put our faith in Him as He takes out anything that might be holding us back from trusting Him with this day ahead. When we place our day in God's hands, we walk with more clarity and less panic. Psalm 143 says, "Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life." Number 2, set a daily rhythm and don't forget to rest. Job searching without boundaries can also quickly lead us into a place that we do not want to be. Sometimes I like to structure my day in a way where I'm able to be with God in the beginning of my day. From 8 to 9 a.m., I pause to be with God through prayer and devotionals. 9 to 11, I apply to jobs, search job sites, and do resume and cover letter updates. 11 to 12, I'll watch a short video on interview prep or try to learn a new skill. Maybe 12 to 1, maybe I'll take a break and have lunch. Maybe from like 1 to 2, I'll get back at it, answer some emails and do a few more things. But then I take the rest of the day to rest. I'll take a walk, call a friend, go on a hike, or do something that reminds me that I'm still alive, that I don't just have to go with the constant grind of applying to jobs, but that I can trust in God in this day. I don't need to do a daily schedule, but you can do a 3-week scope where maybe the first week you search for jobs, go on job sites, update your resume, your cover letter, all the things. And then maybe the next week you upskill, you network, you do some other things that are pertaining to growing yourself. So you do a action week, a growth week, and then a rest week. And you rest. You take time to rest on that 3rd week. And that could be taking a mini trip, a road trip, or going to visit friends, going to coffee, taking a walk, going for a hike, whatever that looks like for you. But you need to rest because rest is holy, even in the midst of a job search, even in the midst of a season where you may have be in a hallway moment or be in a wilderness moment of sorts. Exodus 33:14 says, "My presence will go with you and I will give you rest." Rest is a spiritual discipline. Even in your search, you're allowed to breathe. Laugh, nap, go for a hike, whatever that looks like. You don't have to earn your rest, or you don't have to try to do all these tasks to get it. It's a gift from God because He knows you're human and He wants you to rest in the midst of this season. The next thing you can do is speak truth over lies. Your identity is not in your job title. It's not in your work. It's not in actually even being employed. But let's be real. Job searching can take a toll on your identity. It can be so hard to remain hopeful when you continue to have rejections. And sometimes you might wonder, and I've wondered this in many seasons of my life, am I even valuable? What's wrong with me? Did I miss God's plan? Do I have any skills? But I have to realize these thoughts are not from God, because I am not the job or the role or the thing that I didn't get. I'm not the rejection email, but I am a child of God, chosen and called for purpose. I need to make it a habit of speaking scripture over my life when doubt creeps in, seeing the promises of God in my life and reminding myself of these truths that Psalm 139 says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Our identity comes from God, not from your role or what others would say. It's not even what others would think of you in this season. It's from who God calls you to be. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to be everything. And we don't need to perform perfectly to make God love you any more or any less than he already does. He loves you just as you are. He loves you in this hallway moment. He loved you in your job, and he loves you in the future. Even if you have to say these things out loud to you in your car, through tears, write them down, put it on a mirror, put it on your dashboard, wherever it is. Put these down to remind you that words carry power, and that you need to speak truth into your life and not speak the lies that are trying to overwhelm your life. It's easy to feel not good about ourselves, but the truth is that you are not your job title. You are not the rejection. You are not what people said about you. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are called by God. Write down these statements and read them aloud when lies creep in. When you're having a moment of rejection and you don't know where to go next, and remind yourself there still is hope, even if it is small and minute. Every win matters. Did you rewrite your resume? Did you get a call back? Did you apply to 3 positions today? Did you learn a new skill? Did you hear encouraging words about some skills that you have from someone you're volunteering with or from a part-time job that you have? Did you get a LinkedIn message from a recruiter? Did you hear back from someone that you're networking with? Did you simply just show up with courage to an interview when you didn't feel like it? Did you show up for your job, your part-time job, when you know you don't want to be there, but you know that this is where God has you for the season? Did you learn a new skill? Did you read a new book? Did you simply get up today and work out? Those are things we can celebrate. Let's not let the lack of yes steal the joy of the progress that we're making in this season. Progress can be small, it can be minute, but it can build and build and build over time. Keep moving. The door will open. Progress is still progress. Even if it's not a full yes yet, God honors the diligence in the small steps. And the next one is pray specifically and surrender deeply. It's okay to pray for specific things, the kind of job you want, the salary, the team, or the work environment. Bring those desires for God because He loves to hear them. He cares deeply about what's on your heart. But also let's practice about releasing it back to Him, because the job that we have or the job that we're about to get may be a little bit different, but we can release it back to Him, trusting that He will guide us and make our paths straight. You might pray something like this: Lord, I want a job that brings purpose, peace, and provision, but even more than that, I want to follow You where You want me to be. I want to follow You where You lead. And if You're doing something I don't see yet, help me to wait well and trust Your timing. Surrender isn't giving up. It's letting go of control and letting God be God. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 again says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will make your paths straight. We have to trust in God with all of our heart, all of our being, all of our mind, and everything that we have. And we have to let Him lead our paths, make our paths straight, and guide us along this path. Friend, if no one's told you lately, you are doing better than you think. You may not see it, but those small moments of faith and hope, those things that are bubbling up inside, this season may feel long, but it's not wasted. God often does his deepest forming and refining in the work in our lives, in the waiting, in the hallway moments. He's not just preparing a job for you, he's preparing you for the next assignment. And that's bigger than the job, it's bigger than the role, and it's bigger than the place you're going to be. You don't have to have it figured out yet. You just have to keep showing up and keep trusting that God's plan is still in motion. Remember, keep your faith up in this job search. Don't give up. It doesn't mean pretending it's easy. It means holding on to God even when it's not, when you're struggling, when you're crying, when you're weeping, and when you have left all of the hope on the floor. Keep showing up, keep seeking, and keep trusting, even if it's small. Keep your heart open and keep your hope alive and keep walking one day at a time. In the comments, I want to know from you, what is one thing you're praying for in this season of job searching? We're in this together, and I want you to remember, above all else, you are loved. So let's be the beloved, let's live as the beloved, and let's radiate God's love everywhere we go. So I want you to continue to just have the faith and remember that you are loved. Remember, you have a purpose. And remember, you are the beloved.